Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man. I'm so happy thanks to you. I sleep well at night all because of you. Close my eyes and dream of you, baby, every night until the sky turns blue. Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like you can. That's because you're the loveliest man. I'm so satisfied because of you. I'll say it with my whole chest that I love you. I turn red like a ripe berry when I look at you. Oh darling, I'm so in love with you. Handsomest man, handsomest man. Oh my gosh, he's the handsomest man. I said no one can love me quite like...
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sophie and P Day and Andy and Boop and Big Turk and Stormy and Jess. Good morning, Marissa. Hello. Oh no, afternoon. It's 12:07. Voodoo. Hello. Lucy. Hello. Limus. Hello. Ploppy plays. Oh my goodness, every time. Hello, Voodoo. Also, thank you very much for gifting 5 channel memberships. Welcome back to Sus. Teddy Bear, Tina, James, and Circus. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Hooray! Happy Sunday morning for me. No, afternoon for me. Saturday evening for some of you. Apologies if anyone's a little bit discombobulated. The screen may look a little bit different because I did a really big clean yesterday. I did a full, I missed spring clean. We went full straight summer clean. So I threw out, a lot. But I also moved stuff around a lot. And I'm not 100% sure on whether or not the camera's in the right spot. But it's okay. We can see Pav. We can see the plants. We can see... Yeah, we're fine. I think we're fine. How are you? How are you guys? What's going on? Marissa, summer cleans kind of suck. But, I spent 3 or 4 hours scrubbing everything yesterday. And afterwards I was like, oh boy, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I should probably have a shower. And it was so cathartic. It was I scrubbed off the day. I scrubbed off the cleaning with filthy. It's great. How are the plants? Voodoo, the plants are good. I did the alcohol and water trick. They seem to be okay. I haven't seen any other mites, but I'm still on board. I'm still on Team Ladybug. I'm probably just going to get some ladybugs. We obviously have a lot of nature around, so I'll put a couple of ones in here, and I'll put a couple elsewhere, and hopefully they live a long and happy life. And if they don't, they'll get eaten by a spider or something. So it's fine. Circle of life. It's great. Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. Today we're going to be reacting to not one, but 2 pieces of content from the one, the only, the Chantal Marie, the Foodie Beauty. Now, one of them was uploaded about 5 hours ago that I was asleep for, entitled FFG Could Cause Someone Their Job for Some Tea, which is 18 minutes long. And then we're going to move on to the most recent upload, which was only put up less than an hour ago, titled Addressing the New Screenshots About My Husband. Now, if you're not a Twitter girly, shout out to the Twitter girlies. If you're not a Twitter girly, you are only getting half the story. From what I understand, last night, my time, K-Bella came back to Twitter and had some additional screenshots and some additional information in regards to Poopy's conversations with her. If you're at all ever squeamish about discussions of that nature between individuals, maybe stay away from Twitter. But if you are, like me, a very nosy neighbor, it doesn't tell us a whole lot more, I suppose, but there are a few other damning topics of conversation, like asking K-Bella how much what she does for work and how much she earns, and saying that she'll send him money because she's his whatever, and just some some not great stuff. And also there was a little bit more clarity in regards to the timeline from my remembrance. memory, that's an easier word, the conversations were happening between like the mid-December to late December. So as Foodie was saying, it was not just a one-day thing. So it'll be interesting to get Foodie's take on all of this. Just, yeah, normal things, okay, just totally normal, everyday conversations that you would have with someone in your audience. Or in your wife's audience, I should say. Anyway, she also has a community tab post. It's a bit hard. I kind of wish there would just be one dramatic thing that Foodie would talk about and not two, because it's so much easier to keep up with where her focus should be, or is. So the community tab post is in regards to... I can't be bothered to do a Foodie voice. My throat's a little sore today. It's essentially in regards to stating that the dispensary isn't a public place, it's a private establishment, and Foodie's kind of rant about being ousted from the dispensary. You all know my opinion. I live in a different reality. I live inside this box. Look, I'm a mime. I live inside of this box, and Foodie exists in a different reality, and I have 0% interest in engaging with her reality or her. Like, I'm so happy to watch a nonsense soap opera train wreck anytime, but it exists in a different bubble. So anyway, there's going to be that discussion, and then there's obviously going to be the new screenshots, which I can't wait to get into. I can already tell what she's going to say about the FFG stuff. Like, we've heard it all a million times before, but I'm really interested in the Poopy screenshot stuff, you know? Mess, exactly. Here for mess. Here to watch the mess, not be a part of the mess. I don't need... No, absolutely not. And even when the mess is boring, I feel as if... Like, the Kuwait arc's a really good example. I obviously haven't been as entertaining during Kuwait as humanly possible, but that's based on the content that we're watching, right? Like, we can make anything fun. We can make anything fun. I don't need to stick my fingers in it. No, thank you. It's fine. So yeah, I guess we should start with the T. Also, hi. Oh my god, BB, hi. TX, hi. Ash, hello. JJ. Good morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Also, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new. Oof, words. And wonderful to see you if you are returning. I'm not a mental... I lost my words. I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost weight, talks about things on the internet, and watches way too much of too many people. Also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, just here to talk about the produced monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices! So let's get started with this one at 1.25 times speed. There we go. Lovely. Words are hard, Sarah. They're always hard. Evening, Jessica. The plants are doing okay. I briefly checked them this morning. I couldn't see any additional webbing. But, you know, I've fooled myself once before. Hello, fruit salad.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Baddie, I see you.
Hey there, Beezers.
Also, I try to keep up with my comments because there's only, like, there's generally less than 100 down the bottom, which is fine. But someone who I think it might have been new was upset that I was pausing a lot and that it was really hard to watch the reaction, which I totally understand, and that's a very valid criticism. It's just the way I do things. I kind of have a trick, I guess. I don't know. I've come to the conclusion in my brain that if I'm not talking for like more than 30 seconds, I don't know. It feels like I'm not being entertaining enough. Like, I got to have something to say, because otherwise I'm just watching Foodie. And as much fun as that is with buddies. Yeah. Oh no, I muted it.
Personalized video from me to you that you can keep forever, or maybe a special shout out. Or maybe you just have a pressing question for me you want answered. All you have to do is request a personalized video or direct message from me on Cameo. It's
Cryptic, hello. Yes, midday stream, hello.
super easy. Cameos also make great birthday or special occasion gifts. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Oh god, we just sat through her entire... Mick, I am so sorry. My distracted butt sitting through her entire ad. Gross. Ew. Woof.
Hi guys, so I wanted to do a video,
Woof woof!
a more calm video than my live stream, where I was more in the moment, let's just say. So I'm gonna...
The live stream was far more entertaining. Come on, gal.
To talk about
We both know.
the cannabis dispensary from Cornwall situation.
Okay.
There's just
I've got to get the dramatic part of my brain into the right area because we're talking about dispensary bees and not the cheating poopy husband.
so much BS that I wanted to
Who said denim eyeballs?
talk about, and I'm going to follow up.
Also, did you all watch the latest episode of Canada's Drag Race? I know not everyone's interested in Canada's Drag Race, but I'm not going to lie. I watched the latest season of Canada's Drag Race and then the premiere of season 16 US Drag Race. Y'all are missing out if you're not watching the international seasons. Like, the international girlies are I don't want to say on another level, but you're truly missing out on some wonderful drag if you're only watching the main season. Because as good as it is, it doesn't scream, at least over the last few years, it hasn't screamed, I don't know, for me it gets a little bit stale. It just, people start to, like, their acts start to seem the same. And let me talk to you about the premiere of season 16, all right? I love a split premiere. I love meeting half of the girlies. We met 7 of them the other day. If we are going to continue the format of a talent show as the opening number, which I love, and no one goes home, it's great. Low stakes, talent numbers are great. Show me your talent, show me your personality. I'm never really all that impressed with a lip sync as a talent. Now, that's just on its base, right? If you're doing something else, if you're like fire twirling, if you're like Anitra last year, like kicking through wooden blocks and stuff, I love that. I love that stuff so much. And you can do a lip sync and do that stuff at the same time. Amazing. But if it's just a lip sync, you're kind of showing your hand a little bit too early, because there will come a point in the season where you do have to lip sync again. And if that's the talent, if the talent is just looking gorgeous and lip syncing and dancing, that's great, that's fine. But it's not going to make you stand out at all. At all. Like, that's it. Anyway, back to Foodie. Sorry.
With regards to my complaint.
Agree to disagree.
So, for those of you who are not aware, there's a crazy, psychotic, lunatic, idiot loser channel, FFG, and
Foodie, you talk about FFG like every week. I don't think there's that many new people in the audience who are unaware.
she's probably creaming herself that I mentioned her name.
Not creaming, ew! Frothing. That's a better word. Creaming. Just Jamie asked, I want to know. Creamy! We have the emoji! Oh, Creamy's in the chat. Thank you, Marissa. Not the creams! Jamie asked, I want to know your thoughts on how she stretched this out for 18 minutes. This individual right here, this one we're all very familiar with, she can talk underwater. Like, she talks herself in circles as well. And I think maybe Foodie's drag talent, no, don't put that out there. Maybe one of Foodie's talents is being able to talk in circles. And she's able to convince herself of the most delulu things in human history. She and I think the way that she does that is, it's like when you go into the shower and you have like a make-believe argument with the back of your shampoo bottle, and then you get out and you're like, man, that confrontation I had today with that person, I really should have said these things that I said to this shampoo bottle while I was showering. I think she does that, but I think she does it verbally to herself on camera. That's all. She gaslights herself, exactly. Hey, Gloating, lovely to see you. Happy 2024. Thank you for being here for 17 months. Gloating says she's a master at yapping. It's like verbal diarrhea, but that's too close to a poop joke. Yeah, word salad bar, but to herself as well as others. It's a phenomenon.
She has no content. She has no personality, no content. She's just a rage pig, and she just screams and shouts and rages.
Let it all out
about the dumbest things in my content. So that's what her audience.
Zing, hey mate, thanks for the super chat. I hope you're having a good weekend. Zing says, in 1976, I was in my cousin's wedding as a ring bearer. Oh, fun. Her bridesmaids' colours were moss green and turquoise. Sorry, that's how you pronounce it. Turquoise. which looked terrible then, and now Chantal is trying to put me in full PTSD. Zing, I think the only way it could have been worse is if the wedding was in Canada, and the turquoise you were talking about was denim. Thank you for the super chat. I'm never mad at denim. I love a denim look. I think you can take denim from top to bottom. But I do not love the olive green, because it reminds me of like camouflage, the olive green headscarf with the like light blue denim shirt. Was this a shirt? Yeah, it's a shirt. It wasn't an abaya, was it? It was just a shirt, a button-up shirt. And this like, yeah, sea green. It's kind of like a swamp mermaid. Do you see it? Well, denim's jeans. Denim's jeans. She is a swamp mermaid. Look at that.
Wants from her, so even among...
I only say swamp because the olive green makes me think of like mud and mangroves and all of that. So swamp mermaid.
He knows that if you throw it peanuts when it dances, it's going to keep dancing. So that's that kind of idea. Anyway, so she's running out of content and needs something big, right? Needs some kind of big win. So she thought it would be awesome to find out.
She really had nothing to talk about today, huh?
Stalk this dispensary to see if I've been a customer there. So she drove from where she lives in Montreal all the way to Cornwall. Okay, like about an hour.
Hey Coda, we've got 2 pieces of content today.
Passing by probably many dispensaries which have better weed
Witch.
than the one in Cornwall. But anyway,
it's giving Duck Dynasty. I can see it thrown in.
So she drove down and she apparently drove past this employee washing the windows outside of the dispensary, which is complete BS. And
Scat King and Swamp Queen. I could see that, Layla, bringing the 2 kingdoms together.
Showed a picture of me and asked if I've been smoking there just so she could try to catch me in a lie. So there's that, and she says she's not an obsessed psychotic stalker. Okay. I do want to say though that when people have asked me if I'm
how's Foodie sitting? She's up on the couch. She's in seal position, right? That's the... Yeah, okay. I always think of it as more Jabba the Hutt position, like that laying on the side. Also, that must hurt, because I did obliques the other day at gym. Oh, really painful. It's one of those ones where like you have the bench and then you have to put one leg up on the top and then you have to pull your other leg up underneath and you have to like... It's like a side plank, but there's motion to it. Oh, terrible. I don't think Foodie's probably feeling that, but this just seems uncomfortable.
If I've been smoking... A lot of the time, at the time that they would ask...
It's like how a Victorian lady might drape herself on a chaise lounge.
Me, no, I didn't. And, I did go there at the dispensary in Cornwall a few times, but I always just keep it private. If I say no...
Oh, sorry, Ashley. Thank you for bringing it up. I'll try and scroll back. Who'd I miss? I got gloating. Who'd I miss? Oh, Veronica. Hello, lovely. Thank you very much for being here and the support. Veronica asked, why didn't she finish her eyeshadow? I don't know why she does it like this. I think she doesn't use brushes. She just uses a finger. So I think she just and she was done. Also, I hope you have a coffee. Thank you for being here for 27 months. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Because I don't want you to know the truth. Like, if I don't
she's got
have
a new
to
post.
Tell you if I'm smoking or what I'm doing, if I don't want
check
to.
it.
So if you want to be butthurt over that lie of me saying no, that I'm not smoking because I don't want anyone to know, then be mad. I just don't care.
Stay mad, babies. I'll read this one. Hold on. Mama Bear, thank you for gifting a channel membership and welcome back to Coda. Lovely to have you. Please make sure you thank the lovely Mama Bear. Okay, I will read this one. I just need to get lubricated. Hold on. Okie dokie artichoke. Let me see if I can find it. This is gonna hurt. Now, to the brain-dead people saying he replaced the sofas because he was jizzing all over them. Who the fuck does that? Runs around their living room jizzing all over the furniture. You brain-dead idiots. I literally fucking can't. Anyway, moving on from the stupidity. So, again, if you're not on Twitter, you are missing half the story. Allegedly, K Bella has stated that that Poopy did indeed splooge on the blue couch, although, take everything with a grain of salt. Obviously, it is hilarious. Like, it is funny. It's funny as a statement. Maybe you have missed all the stories. You need to quick get over to Twitter. It is funny as well, though, because, like, just doom scrolling through Twitter, it'll come up. It's great. I love it. So that's the... Rebecca says, I choose to believe it. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to think about cummy Poopy. I don't need to... No, I'm fine. I don't need to know the who, what's, when's, and where, why's, how's. That's fine. That information can be kept private. Sperm everywhere. Exactly. Yeah. Sperm everywhere. Alexandra, lovely to see you. Thank you for being here for 19 months. Alexandra says, Scatman scattered on the couches. Well, personally, I think... Knowing what, like, the brown couch went through at the luxury villa, I kind of feel like the couches were probably replaced due to, for many reasons, but I think one of the reasons may have been a bit of, a stain situation, you know. Annie with an L, lovely to see you today. Hello, good evening for you. I hope you have a coffee regardless. Thank you for the support. And he says, Chantal, what are you on about? Your husband is on record saying he wants to defecate on other women. Who runs around splooging? Ma'am, your husband. I mean, that seems pretty tame for someone who wants to, like have someone eat his shit, right? Like, seems like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's probably like a 3 by comparison. Thank you, Addie. I hope you're having a good weekend, love. All right, back to this one, the Denim Swamp Witch.
So, anyway,
oh, thanks, Lane. Who'd I miss? Yell at me. There we... Oh, no, Alexandra. I got Alexandra. Did I miss someone else? Mama Bear? No, I think I got everyone. Oh, I'm on top chat. I'm a fool. Always the fool. Boo-boo the fool.
So she took it upon herself to dig into my personal life and find out what I'm doing behind the camera. You know, to try to have some big tea. I have some big tea. I went out of my way to stalk somebody to get some tea. Yay, that's a big win for you, isn't it? To find out that everyone pretty much knows already that I do. And yeah, like I've already explained in my live stream when I'm in Canada land. Or somewhere where it's illegal, you know. No,
you didn't. You're a liar. Look, I'm not defending. I don't believe in real world actions. Not to this point. Like, it's just not, it's never something that I feel comfortable. It gives me big anxiety. It gives me big oh-no's. Only in this instance, primarily, like I think the interesting talking point is like the cat thing versus this, right? Like the cat thing, from my perspective, it was about helping a neglected animal, right? All of this nonsense, God, I don't give a shit about this. This isn't going to be impactful to the betterment of an innocence, like anything. And everybody knew. Chantal is still a liar. The two things right at once, like it doesn't, it doesn't change anything. Chantal's sitting here about to tell us that, well, I told you guys whenever I'm in Canada land or places that are legal, like Thailand. No, you went through the entire Thailand arc avoiding all of that, telling us, oh no, this is like the party street and, you know, this is like a weed cafe or something, but you know I don't do that anymore. If I were to go back into your vlogs and that there's a specific vlog where you're walking past like a weed cafe or something and you're saying, no, but we don't go in there because I don't do that anymore or whatever, like kind of sort of verbatim, that is what you said. So... It doesn't matter at the end of the day whether or not you're smoking or not. I think the issue that people take quite often is that you're so bold in your lies towards audience members that you honestly think that we're stupid, which some people do take offense to. Like, some people don't enjoy it. It doesn't matter whether or not you lie, Chantal. Some people just don't like being lied to and don't like being, you know, treated as if they're stupid. Like, have a little respect for your audience, Chantal. And he thank you again for the subject. And he says, no coffee on my third body. Yelling at Chantal. Excellent. Is it Bolly? Is it a Bolly Stolly, love? You enjoy. Have a good night. Marvin, thank you for the super chat as well. Marvin says, check out about your diabetes and mental health doctors. Official Valentine's message of 2024. That's a good Valentine's message, Marvin. Thank you for the support. And I wish Chantal would, but she won't. So instead, we'll just get this nonsense on repeat.
I have trouble not doing it because, I've used it for so long as a crutch and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, but like right now I'm fine. I'm not even thinking about it. So I'm totally okay. Anyway, I think I deserve to smoke after dealing with a psychotic loser like that on my ass every day. Yeah. So anyway.
Thailand, but whatever.
Anyways,
doesn't matter.
I did complain to the dispensary and...
Oh yeah, Tamara, Milk's videos are always spot on, but that quick sip about Chantal's lies surrounding the weed stuff is like spot on. It's so very obvious to everybody. And it's not like, I don't know, again, I just think she really gets off on trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. It makes me so confused.
I got a reply pretty promptly that they were investigating the situation.
Oh, support. Hi, big beautiful me. She didn't even sign off with her name. That's funny. Thank you for sharing your experience. Our team is investigating this matter. We appreciate your patience during this time. Okay.
And I hear that somebody's job is on the line because of this. So
where did you hear that? How did you hear that? I would like to know how you heard that, because that email did not say that. Pardon me. That email did not say that at all. That email said, thank you for sharing your experience. Our team is investigating the matter. We appreciate your patience during this time. Chantal, I gotta be honest. When you lie to your audience, it feels like... it feels terrible. It feels bad. But, like, why lie? Why? This one is just such an obvious BS.
And I hear that somebody's job is on the line because of this, so... give yourself a round of applause, you loser.
Where did you hear this?
FFG.
And I hope not, but where did you hear this?
And don't try to turn it around on me, because you're the one who involved that dispensary in particular. I did say the name Sharon, but if it's not her who did it, there's nothing to worry about, right? So you're the one who put the dispensary...
I think this is causing just a whirlwind of, forgive the Poopy reference, shit. For people who aren't... And this is the thing, like, these people aren't involved. The dispensary isn't involved in this online BS drama. This Shannon person, who the fuck knows? Like, Chantal's saying that, she was some big bully who was, like, we were in school together and now is working at the weed store where all of this is happening. And then you've got, all these people just being pulled into the online nonsense. There's just, like, it's unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. And she's trying to lay the blame at FFG and, like... whatever, but like I just want to sit here and watch my stories, and now we're involving like real life people, and these are people like Nadia, for instance, who are fucking audience members who rock up to her Hungry Jacks and knock on her window and be like, oh my god, hi, I'm on stream, and then think I'm British or something. Like these aren't people who are aware of who Chantal is as a public figure. These are just people who happen to sadly exist in the same reality, and unfortunately Chantal's bubble is really like button up against them.
As your
Nadia from... Oh, it was Arby's. I always mix up the Arby's and Hungry Jacks.
thumbnail, the name of the company. You're the one who went and did that and then announced it online, outing that employee of what they did. Just for your one-up, which nobody gives a crap about anyway. Like, especially not me. So, I mean, I out myself all the time. I don't care. I just, like, say no. Just most of the time when the people ask me, I'm not. I haven't been smoking. And when I do, I just don't want to hear from it. I don't want to talk about it. Like,
and this has all kind of come about because pious Miriam has sat here and tried to be quite pass judgment on others quite loudly, while, you know, on the flip side of things, practicing things that are perhaps against the requests of the faith.
I want it to be private, you know. So it's my, I'm allowed. That's my prerogative. I'm allowed. I'm entitled to privacy. And you have no right to drive.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, in this entire conversation, Chantal was the only one to allocate, like, a fucking name to anyone in this situation. Like, I don't know. And I get that really uncomfortable feeling that the more that it goes back and forth, the more it will involve people. And unfortunately, Chantal is kind of, like, in that prime position where she's stated a name. Like, she's said that this is the person who did it, without kind of any evidence because she obviously wasn't FFG having that conversation, and she clearly doesn't actually have any evidence of that being fact. So she's just kind of thrown this person under the bus who may or may not be involved at all. Like, that's pretty unsmart.
An hour to try to ruin that, and to ruin someone's life by getting them fired over this shit. You're insane. Anyway.
Hi, Jess. Good to see you.
And then she totally deflects and gaslights and like, well, you shouldn't have doxed that poor woman, blah, blah, blah. Listen.
I don't think that's a deflection. I think that's like a fair statement. You shouldn't have brought a real person into this. Like, I mean, outside of I don't think, I'm not comfortable with the real lives interacting regardless. I don't think you should like point the finger and be like, it's that person there and that was their full name. Like, not in this environment. It's just not, especially just not online in general. It's just not a good thing to do.
Saying a name is not really doxing, but
it is absolutely drawing attention to an individual. And when we're talking about what seemed like a relatively small business, like it's not, that part is so confusing. Like, did she recognize this person, or was this person like wearing a name badge at the one plant store? Or yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel bad for the individual, and it just makes me feel like uncomfortable all around. But, you know, Chantel's decided to double dip. And the reason this is ultimately frustrating as well is that Chantel still can't recognize that the real life interaction of it all could just stop. It could just stop. Foodie doesn't need to be right or wrong in this situation. I think Foodie's just trying to get people on her side because she feels as if she can get people to disagree with FFG, then they're agreeing with Foodie. Like, that's her very, like, black or white thinking there, binary thinking, whatever we called it. The fact of the matter is, everybody's opinion is different, everybody's line in the sand is different, and everybody can say, like, maybe both things are wrong, maybe one thing was okay and one thing wasn't, and it's all up to the person who decides that. You guys are audience members just like me, I won't tell you what to think. I think that Chantel continuing to bring this to the internet is ultimately just going to draw more focus on it, escalate the real life situation for people who weren't involved in the first place, and just make it worse for literally everyone. If Chantel had two brain cells to rub together, she would realize that if she stopped talking about it, if she didn't make this video, if she talked about something else, it would be a lot easier for a lot more people. But instead, she really wants that, I feel supported, I feel as if people are on my side because they have something to say about the situation, which I just think is a really bad thing to do. And I also think it's kind of deflecting from the Poopy screenshots. Change, thank you for being here for 13 months. Change says she doesn't even know if the cashier said anything. She doesn't know who it was. She doesn't know a whole lot of stuff, but she's acting as if she does, and it's causing more concern. Monty B, good to see you. Hello.
If it is her who did this, I don't care. I don't care that I said her name. I think she deserves it. I don't know 100% if it's her. I'm sure she's not the only person that works there. I mean, I have seen a male worker there.
So if you weren't 100% sure if it was her, why would you bring her up? Oh, because she was a bully to you in high school and you don't like her? What a coincidence. But maybe that's small town Cornwall. I don't know.
As well. And, but I'm just putting two and two together. Like, when I came in, she said that she saw my videos. She knows Shannon. Who just turned out, I'm so glad I got rid of that trash as a friend in my life. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry, but
anytime she brings up Shannon, I'm often reflective of Chantel bringing up the whole argument about the cocaine in the graduation party. Like, it's so wild to me that Chantel does have that binary thinking where she thinks if someone disagrees with someone else's actions, that it's agreeing with Chantel's actions. No, you can disagree with lots of things at the same time. It's fine. If you weren't here for the Shannon cocaine graduation party, we'll catch you up. Just ask.
The things this person has said and done since I distanced myself for her complete betrayal. Good.
So that, again, for reference, just in case you all don't know the histories, the betrayal was that while Chantel was with Old Mate, and getting online every other week and saying how she was abused in every way, and paperclips, like all of that stuff, while the audience actively saw Chantel getting into a relationship that was not good for her, because she told us it wasn't good for her, She also had those conversations with her good Judy in real life, Shannon. Shannon tried to reach out to Foodie, couldn't get her on text, couldn't get her on phone, whatever, but was an active audience member in Chantal's chat. Shannon went into the chat, basically laid everything out on the table and said, I'm concerned for you because he's a dick. And then the abuse allegations came out from Shannon in Chantal's chat. Chantal felt super betrayed about the entire situation, even though it was the actual stuff that was going on. She acted as if Shannon, like brought some scalding hot tea and brand new information to the chat. Meanwhile, we'd been watching her for weeks crying about how old mate was abusive and giving her meth pipes and like all of that stuff. So it really didn't take a lot to confirm the fact that old mate was like, remember when she had a bruise on her arm or her leg or something, and she said it was the car door. Remember that? Like all of this, and then calling them sex bruises. Shut up. Anyway, so that's what kicked off everything. And then FFG and Shannon met up and became besties. So that's the short version. That's the short version of how all of that happened. And again, Chantal has the ability to not have to talk about all of this stuff, but she continues to because she really is trying to get people on her side.
Riddance. Good, you belong on that side with those trashy people.
P-Day, correct. So FFG was also live, and then Shannon went to FFG to vent, and then that's how that all kind of happened. And it all happened, I think it was the same day, right? Same day or 2 days, because Shannon got blocked in Foodie's chat after what she said, and then she went over to FFG and had that conversation, and yeah, it was just... Oh boy, it was just a lot.
So, she was this person that works there, this Sharon person was a bully in high school. She knows Shannon. She said she knew me from YouTube. And hey, what a coincidence. Another reason why I think FFG's story is just full of shit like her is if you've been going to that dispo...
Not full of shit being a funny phrase in the world now.
Then how did you not know any of the employees? Like, how do you not know the employees if you've been going there? Number one, another thing is that dispensary is kind of new. It wasn't even there the last time I was in Canada before this trip. So, you don't know the employees there? You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, it was pretty cold that day as well, and
okay.
They have covered windows. And they're pretty big. I really doubt that the dispensary employee, because that day that I went is the day she went down and stalked me and went to the dispensary as well.
How do you have that timeline?
She actually like looked around where I was parked.
How do you know it was the same day?
And said and looked at the stores in that area or knew that there was a dispensary there. She's insane. I don't know how people just don't even see this, but you're brainwashed and stupid. So I doubt he was out there washing the windows. Like, I really highly doubt that. Another thing that's BS is I doubt the employee was washing windows.
Yeah, was it natural? That's news to me. Was it the same day? Chantal's saying it was the same day. Okay.
Let's say it was Sharon.
But maybe she was going... Maybe... Look, I think that Chantal was probably visiting the dispensary pretty often. Yeah.
I don't think she would be washing windows. She had to sit on a chair to dole out the weed, like to dole out the products. She was sitting on a chair most of the time when I would go. I don't think she would be like washing the windows. They're like covered windows. It was cold, you know, like I don't see it. But we'll find out in the investigation what really happened. If it wasn't her, then, you know, obviously I'm very sorry for...
I can't wait to hear more about the investigation, but I truly hope that she drops pointing the blame at the individual. I can't remember the name. I'm glad I can't remember the name.
Calling that out. But I never liked her anyway. She was a bully in high school, so she can get bent. I don't give a shit. But
then why... Okay, real question. I don't know how many dispensaries Cornwall has, and obviously Chantal's not driving an hour to a different city to get her weed, but regardless. If you walked into a small store, and even if you were from... Maybe this is more helpful if you have lived in small towns before, right? If you go to a local store, if you're visiting for the holidays, if you go to a local store and you walk in there and you see someone who you hated in high school... I don't know about you, like, I'm mature enough to forgive it, but Chantal's not. So in my mind, the Chantal logic of it all would be seeing someone I disliked in high school who was a bully walking straight back out again. Because she's not acting as if she only went there once. That was like, that. It seemed to be her store. So why would you keep going back if there was someone there who you hated this much? Because Chantal's, like, I don't know. I think Chantal would probably just suppress all of that and be bitter about it on the internet instead of just like doing something in the real world, just walking away. She's really failed at the walking away from the situation thing.
But she's just full of, they're all full of crap. Like, FFG's full of crap. She's a total liar, and this investigation will hopefully reveal what really happened.
Oh, that makes sense for you. That makes sense.
Like, how?
Yeah, because like I don't know how many dispensaries there are in Cornwall, but Chantal's not going to be driving the Kia. Chantal's not going to be driving the Kia more than like 20 minutes to get her weeds.
Do you not see how psychotic you are? Driving by a dispensary, driving to a dispensary an hour away, passing several on your way, to just drive your whatever the heck you're driving.
Oh, Ploppy, no, 100%. I understand you.
Driving, I don't even give a shit.
I mean, like, yeah, for me, it was moving to a big city. Like, that's the best way to avoid people from your past. Move.
Man, you should put free candy on there. You're a creep. Anyway.
What was she saying? Sorry, I missed that.
Passing several on your way, to just drive your whatever the heck you're driving. I don't even give a shit. A van.
Didn't even buy weed. Nope, you only came to... Oh.
You should put free candy on there. You're a creep. Anyway, she drives by this guy.
This is also messy.
Somewhere you're
messy.
windows or whatever you're doing. I don't see that happening. Picture it.
Like, Pickle Tickle Taco asked Zach, do you clean your windows in the winter? I mean, winter here is like... Like, the lowest we get at night is 6 degrees Celsius, so we don't ever get to freezing temperatures.
Most of the time, the few times I've gone, if it was that day, so there was a few times that somebody was working by themselves. So whether they're going to go out and wash windows when there's customers, I don't know. Anyway, and it's freezing. Like, I doubt it. They're huge windows, too. Huge covered windows.
See, the problem with all of this is saying, oh, well, who would go out and wash windows in the middle of the day, in the middle of Canadian winter or whatever? And I've never lived a Canadian winter. But what happens is someone like tripped and like splashed fucking coffee all over the window, and that's the reason why. Like, there's you can reason out a lot of action. And I don't think Chantal should hang her hat on this idea that it was in the middle of the day when people were around Canadian winter. Also, I've been seeing a lot about Canadian winter and how you all have a lot of plants coming out because they're getting really confused for spring because the winter wasn't that chilly because, you know, climate change. Anyway, regardless, just a more interesting point than whatever point Chantal's trying to make.
So I don't picture him just going out with a Windex and washing those huge store windows. Like, does nobody like use logical thinking when they listen to what comes out of her big gaping hole in her face, in her fat face? Sorry, but...
Okay, here's the difference. If Cornwall was the center point of a winter storm, then I could understand this argument. If it's a mild winter, like, you can reason yourself out of that paper bag.
I can't talk nice when I talk about this person. It's impossible. So, I mean, imagine you're just washing your windows and this beast comes along and rolls down the window and shows a picture of me and says, "Do you know this woman?" And the employee says, "Yeah, I've served her." Really? Like, what employee would there's a reason there's covered windows, you know? It's like for privacy. Mostly it's because
you still have a door that you have to walk in and out of, but
legally they're not allowed to show the products.
Yeah, I think it's about the product, not privacy, but whatever. Same in Australia. We have so you can buy like cigarettes and stuff over the counter at grocery stores. But they brought in a law when I was still a smoker where they started changing all of the packaging to this like olive, like sick, kind of like her headscarf actually, this olive sick color, and then removing all of the logos and just making them like standardized branding so that like it was having less and less like colorful appeal to people. And then eventually they just, or maybe it was before that, they told everyone who sold tobacco products that it all had to be covered. So even if you walked into a grocery store, you couldn't actually see anything. Everything needed to be covered, no logos shown, no nothing, so it wouldn't draw attention to it. So I'm assuming the weed policy is something similar where they can't show off the products to like entice people into the store.
The youth seeing it and all that stuff, but liquor's fine, whatever. So, but also like there's a level of customer privacy there that they totally breached. Like, it's just insane, you know? Like, you're at a, I don't know. It's just, Obviously I don't think any laws were broken. I don't even know. Like, I didn't even have time to deal with this crap.
I would have liked to have seen the email she sent.
But please, what kind of unprofessionalism is that from your dispensary? Like, do you think people like, what if somebody wanted to be discreet in buying? You know, you just out somebody to a complete psychotic stranger. You're putting that person like in danger potentially. You're confirming where they were at one time, that they bought this product. You know, like, it's just ridiculous. And like, it makes me worried, like, what other information do they have on file? Because like, it's creepy, you know. So they're doing it.
Okay, but the information on file, like your purchase history at a store or something, no one's gonna see unless there's like a police investigation or something, which would be really curious. And for that, they would need like intent and I don't know, warrant, affidavit. No, affidavit's a different thing. I've been watching a lot of The Legal Ladies. It's what's it called? The Good Fight. Oh, I love Christine Baranski. The Fun Legal Ladies. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, very of its time though. Very 2017 through 2021, I think. Anyway, I don't think people are going to be able to like see your purchase history or anything like that. I think that look, I like to think about putting myself in the situation, right? If someone came up to me and showed me like their phone and said, "Hi, have you served this person?" In the moment, my brain would probably just go to defaulting as an answer of yes or no. Because like that, I guess that's the like helpful side of my brain being like, oh, like if someone said, "Have you seen this person?" I would not necessarily like put that question to a nefarious or like a negative kind of. And I guess that's probably my fault. Like, I'm more helpful than I am cynical in that situation, and maybe I should be a little bit more cynical in that situation. But yeah, if someone came up to me and showed me a photo of someone and said, "Hi, have you seen this person?" or "Have you served this person?" I would probably like think to answer honestly over think critically or cynically about it.
Investigation into it, and honestly, like, I hope that the person that did that gets reprimanded 100%.
Oh, and he has a note. Retailers can sell your info under certain conditions and agree to simply by purchasing from them. If retailers can sell your info under certain conditions. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. I wonder how that works. Thanks for the note, Annie.
You know, I know it's harsh to say, well, I hope they lose their job and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, like, if you're going to like be unprofessional like that and put people in certain danger or breach their privacy, like, I don't really feel bad for you. Like, you know, so
I don't know, Chantal, that's pretty heartless. Like, that's a very like vindictive thing of Chantal to say. I think.
Yeah, I just of anything.
Exactly, Kayla. She's kind of specifically focused everybody's attention on this one employee who we don't even know whether or not is involved in any of this.
At this point, I'm not surprised how low people go. Like, it's just, especially this idiot who has just no content, no brain to come up with decent content, won't even show themselves, you know. Oh gosh, I don't know if they have CCTV or what they're going to do when they're investigating it.
She is natural, but fortunately she decided to upload like 4 hours later and address the poop scandal
probably
again.
Look at it, but I could just imagine how psychotic and ridiculous she looks, seeing her van driving around, rolling down, showing her phone. Do you know this woman? Has she been shopping here? Like, what gives you the right to invade someone's privacy? Like, number one, like, if somebody doesn't want you to know what they're doing, you go and drive an hour to try to find out. You're an idiot. I mean, she's so psychotic. Anyways, the psychotic behavior just continued.
Peevish behavior.
And this time, she costed someone potentially their job and the reputation of an entire business. So I know you think that was a one-up, but I don't think it had the effect that you thought it did. And it's really sad that people still continue to condone this behavior just for their hatred over me. I don't care. Like, I really don't.
You can tell she doesn't care.
If you hate me or not. As you can see, I have a lot of beezers.
See, this is what it's all about. It's all about Chantal feels as if people say, I don't agree with the actions of a person who is against Chantal's brain thinks that person is for her. She's done it multiple times with lots of creators. So people who will come online and say, oh, I disagree with this opinion, or I disagree with this action, or I disagree with like this method, or, you know, whatever. She fucking like mental gymnastics her way into thinking that the person who says these things is on Chantal's side in this like fight, in this argument, in this, you know, battle, I guess. The reality is, like, people are allowed their opinions on people's actions, and that's kind of like the base of what has brought us all like to watching all of this nonsense. Like, we all have opinions about someone who puts their life on the internet. And guess what? We are an opinionated bunch who will have opinions about other people who put other elements and aspects of their lives on the internet, and it is what it is. Like, we're all in the same playground here.
A lot of members, and yeah, I'm fine. I don't want your hate views from that side. I don't want it. I don't want you in my community. So I'm glad you're not here spreading that kind of crap in my channel.
Well, that's true, Marissa. Like, making a note to say that Kybella was a pizza of Chantal's.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that disease in my area of the internet. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and give you an update that it's being investigated. I did report it. FFG is a huge liar. I mean, it's blatant. The little inconsistencies in her story, you know. I think even she said so herself. You can tell when someone's lying because of the details. Well, you give a lot of details that are...
Cynical, good to see you, mate. Happy anniversary. Happy 12 months. Cynical says 1 year of entertaining and educational reactions. Look, I wouldn't... Maybe not super educational. Thank you for the support, my friend. I appreciate it, and happy anniversary. I hope you're well.
Makes sense. Like the window washing, I don't see it. I might even call the dispensary and ask them details like that. I should have done that maybe for this video.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe you should stop making this into content because it's starting to impact real people in the real world and who didn't ask to be a part of any of this, but you just can't let that bone lie.
But we'll find out when the investigation is concluded and what happens, and if they find anything. And I think it's ridiculous. Because
again, like every instance where Chantal's real life is being impacted by her internet life, like the advice that like authorities and stuff have often given her is stop talking about it on the internet. Stop talking about it on the internet. Stop talking about it on the internet. It's really good advice in this situation, I think.
That this happened.
She thinks the FBI are on it
in the first place. I think.
Oh, Didi was a Beezer too. You're right.
These people just think it's okay behavior, and they're sick in the head. One day she's gonna do something pretty illegal to try to get those views, that hate money, and she'll probably end up in jail, inshallah. So, who knows? Or
in the most modest way possible.
In court.
What a thing to say.
But I'm glad I'm here, and
FBI pranks on the case.
So far away from these morons who have no life.
Okay, hold on. I need to get another beverage. Talk.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
You talk, Foodie.
You know,
there you go.
That whole gore world, anyone who condones this is just disgusting, and really need to just grow up. Like, and that's coming from me, okay? Grow up. So yeah, you ruined someone's job, got them fired over...
Man, you're the one who named that person. Stop lying.
Some potential big T content. You were so happy and...
God, I hate this energy. She who shits herself, hello. Thank you for the support. She says, Beezers took both your men, Chantal, A+ community. Yeah, and like that, I've always said if Chantal had the ability to, like, I don't know, I don't think she's aware of just how unlikable she is. Yeah. Thank you for the support, mate.
Thirsty to announce. I can't even. So, but anyway, there's a lot of inconsistencies. But like I said, the truth will come out when the investigation's over.
This sounds like a theory, Chantal. A tinfoil hat theory, perhaps. Remember those things that you got super mad at on the internet because people watched your content and decided to try to piece, you know, bits and pieces together and logic out a solution or a situation? Remember that stuff that you got so mad at? It seems that you're doing that now. Anyway, Laura, thank you for being here for 21 months. Lovely. Laura says, thanks for the laughs, Mr. Southern British man. You're welcome, mate. Thanks for the support. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a nice weekend.
Until then, I'm not going to talk anything about this. I'm just over drama, period. I don't want anything to do with it. Especially not the stupid petty drama and ridiculous going in real life BS from Gore World. Like, you all are bigger lolcows than any of the people you talk about, and you should start making fun of yourselves, because
I mean, to be fair, I poke fun at myself all the time.
You're pretty pathetic at this point. I can guarantee you that, yeah, sure, Amberlynn and I have failed at many diets, but we've never...
Stop bringing Ambi into this. Ambi's living a sad vlogger's life at the moment. Ambi doesn't need that. Ambi doesn't need this energy. Delulu, she's got her own stuff going on. Delulu, thank you for the support, lovely. Delulu says, Chantal has nothing to lose. She's got a scat man for a fake husband. Stop touching the poo-poos and enjoy the show. Smugtel is my favourite version. I'm honestly, because I haven't seen the next video, so I'm very curious to see whether or not she's going to be smug telling us all about her cheating husband's scat fetish texts. Can't wait! Thank you for the support, Delulu.
Never done any of this crap. And who are we kidding? Have you seen FFG? She's failed at many diets as well. So I love how you start...
Chantal, at this point in time, I'm going to be very honest. You still inspire me to live my best life and make every minute count, because I couldn't imagine doing this. But we've moved on from relationships to food to relationships with people. And I think it's a really good period of time to watch Chantal and Poopy and relationships not to strive for in our real life. Like, Chantal's relationship with people is bad relationship with people. Got no friends. Pete's the only friend. Family doesn't want to borrow her. She keeps admitting to being dropped off at the airport by a taxi and by train, and like she can't get one person to drop her off in her real life. Like, that's crazy. And her relationship with her husband, none of them are goals. None of them are goals. So every time I watch Chantal and she talks about someone else, because that's all she's really got to talk about if it's not food, like, she just makes me very, very thankful that I have relationships in my real life that are, like, not like this, and to never engage with people the way that Chantal engages with people.
Started your channel, you're going to show Amberlynn and I, how to lose weight. You ain't showing anyone shit. You don't even show yourself on camera. You friggin' weirdo. Alright, that's it. That's enough attention for these morons, which they so desperately seek.
Boop, you get your steps in, mate.
I guess that's it for this video. So that was the update for that, and I will, I know my eyeshadow's not even blended. I'm so tired.
It's just smudgy.
I'll see you guys.
And bad.
I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Yay, let's get to the next video. Alright, so that's the weed store drama, I guess. And now we've got 10 minutes. She really did prattle on for that one, hey? 18 minutes? Woof. I mean, we did turn it into an hour, though, so woof. Woof, woof. We're going to move on to the latest upload addressing the new screenshots about my husband. Why? I don't know why new screenshots were in quotation marks. Like, they seem to be new screenshots. And again, just go for a 5-minute doom scroll on Twitter. You'll be, I won't say pleasantly, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Anyway, let's get to.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello.
Hello, Beezers.
No, absolutely not. We're just going to skip it. We won't run my ad. It's fine. We've already watched one of yours. Also, wasn't she looking for a new introduction? Remember the diabetes? Chantal doesn't. We're just not addressing the diabetes at all. The sugars. I know. I love that we can address the weed store drama for video on video on video, and we haven't spoken about diabetes in a hot minute. But okay. How's the liver?
Well, hello, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
You are very pale today, ma'am. You are the same colour as your back wall. I know that you're wearing makeup. I will say that this shade is very talky, very chalky. And you don't wear powders, do you? So, there's a little bit more of, like, a yellow-pink hue. But, like, you can't tell me that back wall ain't super close. Like, I would like to bring some warmth to the face, I think. Yeah. The blush is a nice touch, but I think we need just a touch of warmth to all of this, you know? Yeah, just looking a bit, I don't know.
So,
maybe it's the lighting as well, but it is she's very, I don't know, I won't say corpse-like, but she's very, like, she looks cold, you know?
I might be speaking a little, not very nice in this video.
Yay!
So, just warning you.
Also, twins. Well, she's wearing a black abaya and I'm wearing a black t-shirt.
I was really debating whether or not I'm going to react to this because, again, another trap and another falling for it. But I want to put this video out once and for all and make this a last statement for everyone who was, you know, emailing me.
Oh, that's what it is, Voodoo. Yeah.
Trying to DM me, just commenting. Are you going to address?
Also, does she put blush on her chin? I think she does. Work. Laurel, thank you for the super chat. Laurel says, Chantal continually inspiring me to see my dentist regularly. What, Diva, get it. Go and look after your luxury bones. Yeah. Great to see you still being as wonderful as you are, Poppy. Thanks, Laurel. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely weekend and your luxury bones are doing well.
The new screenshots up from Skank Bella. So here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
They're not new screenshots.
Some of them seem to have had different information on them.
Okay, they're just the same ones from the last time. I've seen everything.
Have you? Where did you see everything? Are you on Twitter as well? Is Chantal a Twitter girly?
I know about everything.
How do you know about everything? How do you know about everything? Because I don't think Poopy's talking to you. I think that Poopy's probably avoidant, and you, being the fool that you are, will literally believe anything. So he doesn't need to tell you everything. I'm curious as to how this all happens, because the story is that everything was on vanish mode, right? Where, like, the chats just disappear as soon as you're not in them. So how did you see everything?
And I'm here to tell you that I 100% don't give a shit about them anymore.
You don't give a shit about yourself, and you never have, and that's quite sad. I need everybody, like, there is nothing, there is no reason to stay with him. None. Outside of desperation and patheticness. There's no reason to stay with Snoopy. Why would you stay with Snoopy? You don't have a life in Kuwait. You don't have friends, you don't have community, you don't have family outside of Poopy. You do have the animals, but there's no reason for you to go back and try to make this work at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. Outside of you being lonely, scared of being alone, and desperate for attention. Yeah. Hellfire, thank you for being here for 16 months. Hell says, word salad bar special today. Cuck Queen diner rather, not Cuck Queen. Sorry, that sent me. Thanks, Hellfire, for the support. It's good to see you today.
I have decided to reconcile with my husband, and if this ever happens again, I'm prepared to deal with the consequences.
She keeps saying I'm prepared to deal with the consequences, but she's not saying if this happens again, we're done. Because she wants to leave that door open so that when it does happen a second, third, fourth time, when she does, log into one of his accounts accidentally or pulls it up on the TV or hears a ding at 3 o'clock in the morning while she's trying to sleep or something, she's leaving that door open so that she can forgive him a second time, a third time, because she's pathetic. And I can't think, outside of owning a home together, having family together, actually having built a life together, I can't think of a reason why Foodie would forgive any of this. Because I don't think it's forgivable. I think it's humiliating, embarrassing, both for him and for her. And it's all the more embarrassing for her because she's sitting here just saying, oh no, it's fine, I forgive him. It's fine, it's not a problem, it's fine. We'll reconcile, we'll work things out. Ma'am, if you want to play this game on the internet, get him to sit beside you and I want the interview. I want the information. I want the apology video to the audience members. I want Poopy to come online and say what he needs to say. I would love to see that. I would love it. And Chantal holds that power now. But I think that Chantal could hold that power, being able to say, I want you to apologize. I want you to say that you're sorry, to show it on camera. But for some reason, she's not. I find that really curious because I think one of the first Band-Aid responses would be to get Poopy in front of the viewers to say, I've done a bad thing. I feel terrible for the things that I've done to my wife. Actually make a show of apology. But all we really got was that community post that he put up that Chantal wrote. So we haven't actually seen him apologize whatsoever. Do we need to? No, it's their marriage. But I mean, they are public figures who live their relationship life on the internet. The audience ain't fooled. Mel, thank you for being here for 34 months. Mel says, 18 years married, I still would leave so fast. Honestly, like, it's, no, Chantel's level of, like, lacking self-respect is wild. Thank you for being here, lovely. And congratulations on 18 years. That's a lot.
What I choose to do in my relationship...
Contrition's the word, Voodoo. You're right. That's a good word. I like that word.
...is up to me. Whether you think it's right or wrong, you don't live our relationship. So you really don't... You can't judge it from...
Oh, she brushed her teeth today.
...an outside perspective in this case.
Absolutely, we can judge it from an outside perspective because you live your relationship on the internet. You keep saying, oh, well, we're private and this and that and the other, but he is a side character on this channel. You've introduced him as your husband. You guys have the couples channel. Please expect your audience to be quite critical over what we see. Because that's just the life.
Because you don't know all the details.
He treats her like a queen. He opens car doors.
So, Skank Bella, I know you're desperately wanting to drag out this clout that you worked so hard for, and I'm telling you, you will remain a nothing after this. Don't worry.
God, she's got such an inflated sense of ego. It's crazy.
And actually, the more I look at the screenshots, the more they make me feel better.
Why? You'll have seen them, right? Why would you feel better?
Because, obviously, I think this person is, total skank and a piece of crap.
Are you talking about your husband?
And...
Poopy? The one who cheated on you? The one who sent messages such as, oh, I don't really want to. Because, it's a bit too close to real life for me. But, woof woof.
See her trying hard to kind of get some kind of, like, emotional response out of him, and...
She really... Chat... I don't want to put the text messages up because obviously I'm just here to watch Chantel, but she's going to talk about the stuff that exists on the internet, so that's a bit hard. No. I can tell you I from the screenshots I saw, it did not take a lot of work or convincing to get a lot of that stuff to be said by Poopy. Like, he wasn't coaxed, he wasn't bribed, he wasn't convinced, he wasn't misdirected or confused into saying these things. He said these things with his whole chest. Like, yeah. No. Delulu, thank you for the super chat again. Delulu says, Smugtail in full effect. The downfall will be chef's kiss. I agree. I can't wait for the loophole divorce. I actually, the reason why I want Poopy to get on camera with Chantel is I actually want to see that. Because Chantel's desperate enough to have forgiven it all and she'll act the same, but I honestly think that Poopy's going to come back online quite embarrassed, and I think his energy is going to be quite different. So I can't wait to see the two of them interact on camera, do that, and get him to leave me, and it didn't work. I don't think... okay.
There might be a few moments where he's just like... You can see him just replying like, you're a worthless piece of trash. I want to pee on you.
Oh, look, she put it up herself. Okay, work. I don't have to... Work, diva! Thank you so much, Chantel. All right. Okay, well, I didn't think you'd actually put them up. I didn't think you'd be so foolish as to cement these into your audience's mind who happen to not be on Twitter following everything. What an idiot. I'm sorry. Why would you do this? So these are messages from Poopy. Like, it's bad enough that you acknowledge them on the internet, but the fact that you put them up on your own channel, that's crazy. So these, for those of you who don't know, Marvin, thank you for the support. Marvin says he sent more messages than she did. Seems needy. He like quadruple messaged. And you can see that in this as well. Like, K-Bella's response to a lot of this stuff was just like, yes, daddy. But yeah, this is the stuff that Poopy was saying from the account. What was it? Home Alone Legend or something? Anyway. I feel like I don't want to read it out loud. I'm not going to read it out loud. These are the things that were said by Poopy. So, yeah. I mean, probably not a good way to talk about dogs in general or, humans. Yeah, he was frothing over the conversation, I think. Ploppy, you haven't seen any of these? Oh, buddy. Look, doom scroll through Twitter for 10 minutes and you'll find it. Please read it in your Chantel voice. Stop. Absolutely not. Ugh. Yeah, anyway, he doesn't talk to people well. And, like, in all of this Chantal tried to defend a lot of this with, oh no, he has a fetish, you guys. It's just a fetish. He's not in control. And that's a lie, because people who have specific like fetishes and interests absolutely have control of how they speak to people. I guess the umbrella over all of this conversation is that he's married to Chantal. He's loophole married to Chantal. Chantal is his wife. Chantal is his love. She's his moon. She's his stars. She's his everything. She's his, he has no respect for her, because if Poopy had respect for Chantal, he wouldn't be having these conversations with other people. At a baseline, like, it's crazy. She's his ATM. Yeah, she's his resource bank for sure. Anyway, Foodie, I think this is a bad choice to acknowledge the texts in the first instance and to put them up on your channel.
I want to poop on you. I want to, just, you're my slave. You're worthless. You're total bitch. You're total worthless.
Yeah, your husband spoke to another woman like this. Chantal, wake up, girlie.
And she'll try to get this emotional response, and then he'll just go back to...
No, do you know what? Again, it's interesting she's not putting up the messages from Kay Bella. And look, take all of this with a grain of salt as well. Kay Bella's obviously, like, taking the screenshots based on what she's wanting to communicate, so just always keep that in mind. But... again, from everything we've seen of the screenshots, and I guess this is why a vanish mode doesn't work so well for you, Poopy. Maybe you should turn that off when you're talking to, other women, because then you're able to, like, take your own screenshots and put them up on the internet and be like, no, I said this. No, she said that. This person said this thing. They're trying to entrap me. But he doesn't have any evidence, and Kay Bella kind of does. So that's unfortunate. Anyway. From everything that I have seen, like, there's no conversation of entrapment. There's very little when it comes to eliciting this type of message from Poopy. Poopy's just jumped the shark, gone whole log, as it were.
Humiliating her, and then probably just to tell her what she wants to hear, blah, blah, blah.
Jen, she's going to look dumb regardless of what she says, because she's unable to navigate this type of topic very well. This face right here she's not the sharpest bulb in the box. The best thing to do would have been to not talk about it, but here we are talking about it. And I think it really does lend a lot of patheticness to Chantal that she's the one talking about it. Again, if your marriage was so important to you and so strong and you wanted to continue to be with Poopy forever and ever and ever, I honestly think the smart thing to do would be to not acknowledge it, take a break for a week, and then come back online with Poopy, and Poopy can apologize and acknowledge everything on camera, and that's how you kind of do it. But she's decided not to do it that way.
Anyway, I'm not condoning the actions. I've said already that it was wrong, and I had a choice to make, and I chose to move on. So I have nothing more to say about this this drama. It's not affecting our lives anymore, so if it affects yours still, good for you.
Who said he jumped the shot? That's funny.
If you want entertainment out of it, good for you. Like I said, I'm not the type that will cry over spilled milk for a long time. I will just get over it and move on and take what I need to and move on. And I suggest you guys all do the same, especially you, Skank Bella, because... I know you probably did this for clout, but also I did see a tweet where she was like, I stole her man. Okay then, bitch, where are you? Are you in the bed? Are you here? No, you never will be.
No, you're in the bed and you're here, and it's sad.
Never would have been, because like maybe he told her what she wanted to hear, and just it was all talk. Because at the same time he was like, oh, I miss you, come back here, and
Does that not make it worse? Does it not make it worse that he was telling Chantal, I miss you, come back here, baby, I miss you so much, while talking to this person? Like, again, it would have been a bit of a different story if he was cold and distant and not talking to Foodie, and like, that doesn't excuse any of it, but like, from a characteristic standpoint, it might be a bit different. But Chantal's saying that he was actively engaged with conversation with her and Kay Bella at the same time. I think that there's probably a lot more to all of this, like a lot more players to all of this. I definitely don't think that you're an individual who's keenly aware of things like vanish mode on Instagram and how that all works, and you're not using it for talking to other people without other people recognizing or figuring it out. yeah, I don't trust Poopy. I don't think anyone trusts Poopy. And I think Chantal is just the fool who trusts Poopy now and shouldn't. Also, chat, lovely to see you all here. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. If you'd like to hit the like button, that'd be great. If not, that's fine. Whatever.
I was saying, I had decided to come back early. So where would as if he even said that, he's like, she would have come and you would have been coming back. Like, how does that make sense?
Because you only came back because the tea got spilled. I don't think Kay Bella would have gone to Twitter if... I mean, I'm not sure if Kay Bella was ever interested in going the real life or it seems it was just a troll for the purpose of all of this, a successful troll. But Chantal's logic there doesn't make any sense either. Like, Chantal wouldn't have been aware of what was going on about coming back early. Chantal was telling the audience that she was staying in Canada for at least a year. She wanted to get an apartment. She was working towards weight loss surgery, and we were all very curious. Here's my tinfoil beret theory, right? I actually think that Chantal and Poopy were over when she went back to Canada. I think that Chantal came online, remember, and said that thing about how things never were working out and blah, blah, blah during that rage. I think that Chantal was like, look, let's just take some time apart. Like this, I'm not happy in Kuwait. I need to take care of my health. You can't come to Canada, so I'm just going to go home to Canada and we'll figure it out. And I think that Chantal's ego stopped her from ever discussing kind of the intent to maybe loophole separate from Poopy. And I think Poopy didn't really care, because I think that Poopy got his beachside apartment, he got his, third car in 12 months, he got all of these things, he's got his groceries paid for, he's probably got a salary or whatever you call it. He's probably being taken care of financially with elements from Chantal. So he doesn't really care whether or not Chantal's there. His life is probably better if Chantal's there. And that's the reason why he's redecorated and made it all nice, because he thinks he deserves all of this for putting up with Chantal for a year. I think that the intent was that the separation would happen while Chantal was over in Canada for a year, because let's be honest, after 1 year of marriage, and if you were living the life Chantal and Poopy lived together, a long distance relationship might have worked in Chantal's head, but probably not. And part of me thinks that Chantal's immediate return to Kuwait wasn't about the relationship with Poopy at all, but it's just about saving face. She just wants to be seen as this person who is forgiving and bigger than and can't be called out in the truth, so she's got to just put on all of these lies. I think it was a knee-jerk reaction to go back to Kuwait just so that she could paint herself as desirable, as wanted, because that's what Chantal's entire history has been. All she wants to do is convince the world that she's a good person, that she's desirable, and that people want her in some capacity. She's spun the whole reaction channels just want to be Chantal. They're jealous of Chantal. People who hate and criticize Chantal are just jealous and want her life. Like, she's spun all of that. And it would be an undesirable element if Chantal were to break up with Poopy. And even worse so when it was happening here. She just wants people to be jealous of her, people to want her life, people to want to be her, and that shine kind of comes off if she breaks up with Poopy because it didn't work, because she would have to admit that she failed at something. She would have to admit that it didn't work out, and she doesn't want to do that. So it's wild to me that she's decided to try to just kick through the door of the poo-poo scandal. And she's doing it here. She's trying to convince the audience that their relationship is worth saving when we can see it. She just doesn't want to admit that she's failed at something, and that's its own bag of cats. Mama Bear, thank you for the super chat. Mama Bear says, he didn't want to shit on me, so he loves me, and he wanted to shit on her, so she's beneath me. Weird foodie logic. Just very weird foodie logic. I believe it is going to just accelerate in this video, Mama Bear, but yes. Cuddle Cats, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Cuddle Cats says, I cancelled all memberships. I bought a new car in Your Honor. Her government name it's pronounced Strawberry. I love that, Cuddle Cats. And across the country with a giant squishmallow strawberry for company. Thanks for being so much fun. Thanks for sharing, mate. Thank you for the support. And I'm so glad that you've incorporated strawberries into your world and your life. That's amazing, Cuddle Cats. I hope you have a great adventure, and thank you for the support. Strawberry.
So He's saying it was just in the heat talking moment. He was lonely and, whatever.
If he was lonely, why wasn't he FaceTiming you? You told us that he was FaceTiming you like 24/7. You're on the phone all the time. You're in constant communication. That's the lie she's telling herself to convince her brain that he's not talking to anyone else. Well, how could he be talking to anyone else? We're FaceTiming for like 3 or 4 hours a day. We're always talking. He's always responding. He's always on his phone. I would be a lot more... Like, I can't believe that Chantal has forgiven her poopy husband in all of this, because actively she's participating in methods to convince herself. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we can see right through it because we're so used to Chantal trying to gaslight us, but she's gaslighting herself, and here we are.
And it would have never been real life, even though some of the screenshots hint at that or say that. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. So, regardless, I know what...
I gotta ask, like, just because you've convinced yourself that it wouldn't have gone anywhere in real life, does that make it better? I don't think it makes it better.
It was wrong, but how do you, Skank Bella, think that you are in the right? How do you live with yourself knowing that you're so low and pathetic that your flex is now releasing screenshots of somebody saying that you're a worthless piece of crap?
I don't even know if it's meant to be a flex. I think it's just meant to bring attention to Poopy's character.
I mean, let me compare the screenshots for you of how he talks to me.
But Chantal, of course, thinks that everybody's trying to flex on her because she's the queen of the world and we're all just jealous haters.
And how he talks to a skank like this. Just look at this.
Oh, good. More screenshots. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. Oh, there's more. Who would say this to someone? I'm gonna clean and kiss my feet and shoes every minute. Ugh. Blah, ah. I don't like this. This isn't Danielle Steele. Wait, where's this? Oh, this is what... Okay, so that's confusing. The old stuff was K-Bella. This is Poopy. This is Poopy talking to Foodie. A new better life 2024, inshallah. And I know that most of the people, more than 90%, they will keep talking poop about me. That's funny. You should never bring up poop again, by the way. For a long time, I don't care. Good. I care about you. Oh, that warms my heart. I care about you too so much. I need them to be on camera together. I need to see what this energy looks like. Because this, in text message, first of all, the single word responses from Foodie really give me an insight into what she's feeling in this moment. I don't think it warms her heart that much. I think she's embarrassed and humiliated and just trying to convince herself that everything's fine. I don't think everything's fine. This isn't dated, no. Because I love you, I hope so. I hope I'm not being a fool for doing this and I won't regret it. And that you do feel bad for how you hurt me. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is reflective of the old mate stuff. Remember back in the old mate arc where she was releasing text messages to say how much he loved her and how different he was? I remember there's one, that's the reason why I give the thumbs up for all the channel memberships, because there was one message where Chantal said, like, I love you, and he just sent a thumbs up. It was really pathetic and funny. Where's your thumbnail? Regret what? Forgiving you and giving it another chance. I'm telling you, you will never see anything bad from my side. That doesn't mean he won't commit anything bad. It just means you won't see it, Foodie. You didn't see any of this until someone on the internet decided to bring it all out. So I will prove this of reflecting the happiness on your face and taking care of you in your health gurney. Health gurney where, Poopy? Health gurney where? She's been over there for a year and all she's done is gotten unhealthier, I think. Anyway, Maggie, thank you for the support. Lovely. Maggie says, woof woof, tell me your income, please, Spanish mode. Thank you for the support, Maggie. Like, she's not saying how she, outside of, I guess, I care about you and I hope I'm not being a fool for this. You are totally being a fool for this. That line there really gets me, and I won't regret it, and that you do feel bad for how you hurt me. That's really, like, I don't think they've picked up the phone and had a conversation. I think they're, like, Chantal's proof of being on like in contact with him for hours and hours and hours is just these texts. It's crazy. Crazy. Has, hi lovely, good to see you. Perfect angel, love hearts, lol, thanks babe. Imagine oh my god. What are we doing? What is this shirt? Oh my god, she's wearing a shirt. Is that an abaya underneath and then a t-shirt on top? I think so. I kind of love the Happy Holiday shirt. Oh, this is from Mums. She says, I must get you a gift to keep you around. I added that part. He responds, you are my gift. Oh, so sweet, baby. What you doey? What you doey? DOOEY. Is that meant to be doing? Too close to pooey for my liking. I don't like that. What are we doing now? Are we just... We're just getting an insight to their private conversations. This is great. This is great. I need Chantel to tell me what level of privacy this is. Because we're getting a lot. I left some for the dinner. What you doing? Doing? And she sent a voice message. Okay, honey bunny, nice. Check about your diabetes and mental health doctors. Oh my god, Poopy. Put it, like, slick it on heavier. Oh, was that a 17-minute voice note? Oh, it was a 17-minute voice note. How are you going to do a voice note for 17 minutes? No, it can't have been. No, it was sent at 5:34. It was 38 seconds. Never mind. Reading things incorrectly. Who says honey bunny? Apparently the guy who also says, I want you to be my dog. I want you to be my slave. I want you to eat my poop. Apparently that's who calls people honey bunny.
So no, of course the screenshots of how we would talk with Skank Bella is, you know, a lot of people will find that shocking and not favorable. But
correct.
It's fantasy talk. It's not real life at all. And in real life,
he's still married to you. He's still talking to another woman like this. And Chantel, you know what they say, where there's one, there's many. I think that there's absolutely more than one person he's talking to like this. 100%. Delulu, thank you for the support. Delulu says, Poopy shows more passion with Kai Bella. Well, it's the heat of the moment, Delulu. Just listen to Chantel. She knows about the passion.
He talks to his wife, whom he loves. Like, obviously you can see he's concerned for my health.
He cheated on you.
Making sure I follow up with my appointments.
That's nothing. That's what you would do to, like, a cousin. Like, that's a family member. A friend. I would send... many of those messages I would probably send to a friend. Maybe not Honey Bunny. But... telling people to check up on their diabetes doctor and their healthcare professionals. Like, yeah, friends, family, lovers, they can all do that. But, like, that's not... You can say all you want about Poopy's and your relationship. Is there intimacy? Is there romance? Is there tension? Is there, like, positive sexual tension, I guess? Is there passion? Is there any of that stuff? I don't see any of that in the text messages. Do I? No, not necessarily. But if you're trying to paint this as, like, your husband is your caretaker, you're doing a very good job at that. Because, like, the interactions between you two, if you're happy with that, great. But, like, he may as well be a live-in carer at this point. I don't see it.
Saying he needs to do more to help me in life.
More passion, more energy.
Always very loving, never calls me a skank, a slave, a whore, a bitch. Another thing people...
But you keep saying that him talking to someone like that is fetish and sexual tension and passion and more passion and energy. Okay, but he doesn't talk to me like that, so that makes me better, I guess. I don't know, maybe Poopy needs to just start talking to, like, a chatbot or something and not real people, because, like, this is weird. Therodian, thank you for the support. Therodian says she's missing the big picture. He cheated, period. That's kind of the top line, Therodian, is that Poopy is not getting his passionate energy from Foodie, and that's okay, but, like, everything we've watched of Foodie, that's kind of a requirement for her relationships, is that there is some... She's a sexual being, after all, you know? We've seen it time and time again.
We're getting confused is they all think it's, like, super funny, like 5-year-olds. Like, haha, you're a shit eater.
You ain't gotta call me out like that.
Another thing people are getting confused is they all think it's like super funny, like 5-year-olds, like, haha, you're a shit eater.
Yeah, I do. I do think it's funny. I'm sorry. It's because if it's like it's horrific. Like it's shocking. It's shocking. So yeah, gotta gonna call me honey bunny ass. It's absolutely shocking, and I'm not so prudish as to think that these conversations don't happen in the world. They absolutely do. Like, come on now. But the fact that it's crawled its way into this corner of the internet, is it... Okay, so I guess my question is it shocking to come from Poopy? I think yes, because Poopy has very often given, like, I don't know, very, like, almost solitary energy when it comes towards Chantal, right? We've spoken about that chemistry and the stuff on screen a lot. So, yeah, to see someone like Poopy interact with you on camera for a year and then see what his text messages to another woman look like, yes, that is shocking, and I will try to soften the entire situation with a laugh, for sure. Chantal's Flaccid Foreskin. Hello, Flaccid. Thank you for the support. Flaccid says she's completely ignoring the messages where Poopy told Kai that he loved her. Yeah, yep, there were love messages. There were messages about getting Kai Bella over to Kuwait to visit for 2 weeks while Chantal rather was away, that she's not acknowledging. She's not acknowledging the fact that he was asking her about Kai Bella, what she did and how much money she made, and the fact that he was saying that she would send him money because she's a dog slave, whatever. Yeah, she's not acknowledging any of that stuff. No, it's much easier to talk about the scat fetish than it is the degradation of a woman in your audience, Chantal. Yeah. Oh, and the cheating. And that one. Yeah.
He never said anywhere in those screenshots he wants someone to eat their shit or...
Yes, he did. There was a screenshot of a text message to say, I want to use you as a toilet. I want to put your face in the toilet after I've done a shit. Yeah. Oh, that might have been a voice message, actually. I don't know. Twitter girlies will have it. That's a lie.
He wants to eat shit. It's, he wanted to use her as a human toilet because she...
Ma'am. Before we get too deep into the scat play, I'm going to need you to reflect on the words that you're saying. I need you to reflect on the words that you're saying in this content right here. Oh, that's right, Emily. Poopy did also ask Kai Bella if she could have kids. Yes. Yeah, he did. Yeah. She probably won't acknowledge that either. Shah, hello. Thank you for being here for 10 months. Shah says, what a wild arc we were gifted this year. Mate, 2024. The year of the log. Like, it's wild. Thank you for the support.
To eat their shit, or he wants to eat shit. It's, he wants...
She's making it worse, Foxy. She is making it worse!
He wanted to use her as a human toilet because she's a piece of trash. And she is. She proved herself to be, so...
Chantal, I don't think those two things are aligning. This face right here, I can't. She's looking like she's choking on her own neck. Chantal, her proving... Like, you are equating the scat fetish to being a from what you view as a terrible person on the internet. I'm gonna have to let you in on on something here. Poopy's the bad one in all of this, right? Poopy in your life, Chantal, Poopy is the one who has negatively affected your life, because regardless of what people have to say on the internet, regardless of what we know of your life, very little is going to impact you in Kuwait outside of the opinions and thoughts of people who watch your content. And that's all they really are, you know. In all of this, Poopy's the one in the wrong. But for some reason, you do this with the men who you crave the attention from. You forgive legitimately everything. They could, like, we saw it with Old Mate, and I think that Chantal would likely do it with Poopy. Every single thing you forgive because they string you along, pay you attention, and it's sad. It's really sad, and it's really pathetic, and I'm just really grateful that I've never had romantic relationships with people who I've ever had to justify this kind of terrible behavior. Like, it's wild. Absolutely wild. Say what you were saying again, sorry.
He wanted to use her as a human toilet because she's a piece of trash. And she is. She proved herself to be. So what can I say?
Are you saying you want to use Kay Bella as a toilet as well? Is that what you're alluding to there? Sorry.
I would want to crap on her too.
Oh my god, she said it. I was thinking she's not stupid enough to allude to that. No, she's just going to say it with all of her words. Oh, Lord.
Honestly, at this point. So. Anyway, she admitted she set out to ruin...
So she is into it. She is Mrs. Poopy.
our marriage. Well, you made it stronger, so congratulations and thank you very much. There's obviously some things that, you know...
So she's the pooper. She's the pooper.
Sometimes men have these, like, fan...
Oh, new community post? She must be mad that we're laughing. Hold on. She's not watching. Go away. Go away! Not, I hate fucking at Didi's. Hold on, I'll pull it up. You just wait a minute, Chantal. you just wait a minute. Oh no, Kay Bella. She's coming for ya. She's coming for ya. Alright, we're gonna read out a community post. It's from a minute ago. It's fine. Hold on. Let me just pull it up. Let's go over here and over here. Maybe not have the entire image of that, which is good. Yep, okay, good. Alright, great. I think we're okay. We're okay. We're gonna zoom in like this and just read this. Okay. In the Foodie. Everyone say hi, Chantal. Hi, Poopy. Oh, actually, yeah, Foodie. This is not engaging. This is just... is Poopy here? Oh, it's because Kay Bella just tweeted. Oh, P-Day. This is a really good way to keep the timelines together. Ah, okay. So Foodie Beauty has just posted. By the way, Foodie's the pious Muslim revert that she's painted herself, correct? Is she? I don't think she's giving a good name to people who revert or take this faith seriously. By the way, what happened to like being in Kuwait and not being able to talk shit, pun intended, entirely on people? Does that just not exist anymore? I guess not for Foodie, right? Anyway, Mr. and Mrs. Poopy, hello, welcome if you're watching. They're definitely watching the Twitter. You have a face a man could only want to shit on. Haha. As for the married Turkish man, people like to deflect with, well, his wife expected him to find a woman to be with while he was living in Canada, and he would probably not see her for years. So very similar to the situation where you told the internet you were moving to Canada for years and Poopy was going to live in Kuwait. So he was allowed to find other women? Is that what you're trying to say, Chantal? The Turkish man was allowed and so Poopy was allowed? He was married, yes, but apparently separated and only staying married for the children. Anyhow, if he was lying or not, how am I supposed to know? And furthermore, that was in the past. I would never do something like that now, obviously, but nice try, losers. Oh, she's mad. She's so mad. Got that big pinky energy, yeah. She's upsetty spaghetti. Okay, Chantal, just a tip. Mr. and Mrs. Poopy, that should be the name. That's definitely the name. Mr. and Mrs. Poopy. It's like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but a different video. Movie? Book. Instead of raging on your community tab post, you should just go live. Like, it's just, you can run ads on that stuff. Well, sometimes. You are a potty mouth. Good. Good. I made myself laugh for the day. Good.
Even women too, but especially coming from repressed culture, like sexual.
Oh, shut up about the repressed culture and all of that shit. Shut up about it.
Stuff like that. That's why you see a lot of maybe religious themed things in there.
Okay, I don't want to get too graphic on one of the screenshots, but there was a conversation about her about Kybella having like a crucifix, a cross necklace, and Poopy wanted to, how do I put this? I could do this so much better with shapes. And he wanted to, I don't want to, here, hold on. Okay, this makes me feel more comfortable. So Poopy said that he wanted to slide his member between Kybella's chest, and then move the member upwards so that his sperm tanks were bouncing on the crucifix. Yeah, there you go. I did it. I did it in a mate, you know what I should do? I really should read up on like the medical like Latin terminology. I would feel a lot more comfortable that way. Balls, Poppy, they're balls. What did I say? Sperm tanks. Excellent. Yeah, sperm tanks. Yeah, he basically wanted to teabag Jesus was the short way of saying it. Yeah. Teabagging for Jesus. Yeah, anyway, this is what the modest Mr. Shits decided to text to another woman in Chantel's audience. It doesn't seem very pious to me, but I'm not one to know. I'll leave that for the scholars.
Like sexually and stuff like that. That's why you see a lot of maybe religious themed things in there.
Yeah, he wanted to do something with the Bible as well. Just how does that even get brought up in conversation?
But it's all for play, you know. And
it's all for play.
And as long as you're not hurting anybody in real life, I don't see the harm. I did get hurt by this.
Great. So me talking about like the things I watch on the internet is not hurting anybody in real life. Fabulous. Great. Excellent.
You know, from the
laughing at poo jokes every 5 minutes, not hurting anyone. It's fine.
And as long as you're not hurting anybody in real life, I don't see the harm. I did get hurt by this, you know, from the infidelity part, but again.
And you forgave it in like 3 seconds. You forgave it in under an hour, which I think might be record breaking. Someone should contact the Guinness World Records to see what the fastest forgiveness of infidelity is, because I think Chantal would probably be in the top 10.
I also look at it in a mature sense and kind of understand that there's this repressed,
not whole, voodoo,
you know, just fetish diarrhea that came out, and
this is the thing. Find you a partner who will indulge in your interests. That's all.
And that, you know, he probably has a hard time with.
Also, I keep forgetting as well about the extramarital affair of it all, because like the faith would say that none of this is good. Well, none of this is good for a lot of reasons, like the impurity of waste poop. The fact the extramarital side of things is that I'm assuming that you're not encouraged to speak to women like this, and probably and certainly not like someone you're not married to. Yeah, it seems to go. I don't know. It seems to go real deep on the no-nos.
Someone he loves and values talking to them like that. So there's a difference between, you know, worthless skanks and valuable women that you love.
See, Ashley, the problem is that, yeah, absolutely, Poopy did all of this, but Chantal is like a pretty terrible person. But that aside, she's also now in defense of his actions, which really doesn't paint her as a in the best way. Yeah. She's basically blaming the other woman in all of this, which, you know, is an approach to take, but also she could just not talk about it and, you know, have conversations in private with her husband about how this makes her feel and all of that. But instead she's making content about it, which is a whole bad choice. Bad choice.
And I know that's horrible to say about her, but she really is. I mean, she literally admitted to trying to ruin my marriage. So what happens to her at this point? I
think Poopy also was trying to ruin your marriage, but we'll push that one aside. It's all the other woman's fault, apparently.
Give a shit. Like, I really don't.
You don't give a shit?
So, that's about it.
Bye, Oceana. Have a good one.
I don't know what else to say. I'm not addressing this anymore.
Sure, you're not. Give it, I reckon, 3 days.
No matter how many screenshots come out, I don't care. They're all going to be the same. He's already said there's nothing more that will ever be released.
Couples therapy might actually be really helpful. Yeah. Yeah, or just like dumping his ass because there's no point in continuing this farce.
As you saw from the screenshots also, he will never, he promised to never do it again. And
he also, look, it's what screenshots to say he'd never do it again? The ones he messaged to you? Okay, that's confusing.
Giving it another chance. And like I said, if that doesn't turn out to be true, another lesson learned in life. I'm not,
you haven't learnt this first lesson, ma'am.
Not really too worried about it.
This is giving the same energy of old mate moving in with Dee Dee, and they're not sleeping together, you guys. What are you talking about? Delusional.
Honestly, I'm just living day by day, enjoying my blessed life here with my family, and we
blessed
have a lot of future plans together, and we hope to bring a lot of you along on the journey.
I can't wait. The Mr. and Mrs. Poopy show.
So
the shits.
Oh yeah, I just my lipstick matches the roses. I know, it doesn't bother me at all.
And your face matches the back wall. Just like we need some warmth in all of this.
I
think it's the light.
People are commenting right away, like hungry for a rage, hungry for, for me to be down about this. And it's not going to work.
I'm not hungry for it. I'm just waiting for it to happen because it will happen. Like, you're going to get online and you're going to be paranoid. You're going to be angry. Poopy's going to be like out of contact for 20 minutes and you're going to lose your mind. And you're going to come online and you'll do exactly what you did with old mate, where you threaten your partner, your version of a partner, I suppose, through the internet and expecting them to come online and respond or defend themselves or whatever. Chantal is nothing if not pathetic and paranoid. So there will come a time where Poopy's out of service, where she doesn't know where he is, where her paranoia is going to rile herself up and she's going to get on the internet and start talking shit.
It's just not going to work. So, womp womp. All you revealed about yourself is that you are a worthless skank,
And what did Poopy have revealed?
Literally have the biggest mental issues in the worst way. No, I wouldn't even call this mental illness. I'm not gonna, you know what? You're just a bad piece of shit human being. That's it. You're just a crappy person. And to try to ruin someone's marriage, okay.
You do realize Poopy was also actively ruining your marriage, right? Like, I don't know. And the thing is, Poopy's been in a relationship with Chantal for a year. Poopy knows what the internet looks like. He's no stranger to the internet, and he's certainly no stranger to talking to people through things like international Tinder, DMs and fake Instagram accounts, etc., etc. So I'm not saying that he should have known better, but I'm certainly saying that this type of behavior has probably been happening since they got married. It's probably this type of behavior has probably been happening before Chantal. So it's shocking and surprising, yes, but I'm assuming that this wasn't, definitely assuming this wasn't a one-off, definitely assuming he is embarrassed that it's come out and embarrassed he got caught, but I don't think that's going to stop him. Like, he's been doing this actively while in a relationship with Chantal, I think, it hasn't been caught before, and it got caught in December for whatever reason. Well, I think we know the reason. Chantal wasn't there, and so he probably had more time to spend on his phone without her searching eyeballs, because she has said in the past that she often checks his phone, so it kind of explains the vanishing mode and all of that. I don't know, all of this, even without the Poopy scandal of it all, I don't know how you'd be in a relationship with this type of person and to not have this much trust. Like, to be in a relationship where you can't trust them on their phone, you can't trust them, like, out of contact for more than 20 minutes, you can't trust them. Like, all Chantal has told us is that she can't trust Poopy. So why would you want to continue a relationship with this person where you've spent the last year married and you have had to watch him over his shoulder like a fucking hawk to make sure that he's not cheating, that he's not doing anything shady? Like, how does that work for you? How have you convinced yourself that that's a healthy relationship? But he opens doors, you guys. He says he loves you. Okay, but you could probably get that from someone you trust as well. Like, Poopy's not that much of a catch, gal. At all. But okay.
So,
Desperate and Delulu.
You didn't...
Great loser name.
Succeed. I don't care about your stupid screenshots. And, yeah. If anything, they make me laugh when I see things like you're a worthless slave, you're a piece of crap. Ugh. Because you are. You really are. So I hope you're happy and accomplished in life, that you were trying to suck up to FFG, who completely rejected you, which is pretty funny. It's like that, like, you know, in high school, where you try to, like, I don't know.
No, I don't think about high school that often.
Like, I don't know how anyone can put their self-worth in this kind of stuff.
You, ma'am,
Like,
mirror.
for FFG's approval. You are sad. It's so sad. I could never be that pathetic. I'm sorry. I need to write a pathetic part 45.
Oh, please do. It'll be a ball.
I really do. Like, because at this point, since part 1 of pathetic, that was about me.
It's still relevant, I think.
But there's so many of you that need that.
New screenshot release, says Foxy Lady. Oh no, has everyone got Twitter up?
That song in your life, a version of your own. Anyway, here I am, back smug as heck, and yeah, I love it.
You love it? Do you love it the most, though?
So yeah, my answer and my reaction is, I don't care. I don't care. 100% I don't care. Do I look bothered to you? No, I look cute with my red lipstick. And...
Do I look bothered to you? Does this face look bothered to you? Is this the face of a bothered person? Do you look bothered? Oh dear. Oh dear. I do have Twitter up. There was an update 20 minutes ago. He's talking about her butt. Poopy really likes a butt. Yeah. He's always thinking about it. He's imagining it, that it's on his face, on his beard, on his mouth. It's a holy butt. A holy Christian butt. A white butt. Oh boy, that's... Well, I mean, Chantal has a butt. So it's a poopy butt. Chantal has a butt. So, I mean... Hey, Stella, good to see you. Oh no, be safe in the blizzard. I'm sorry. A clown butt. Chantal's got a butt. Chantal's got a poopy butt. So, you know, maybe she'll Stop it. Maybe she'll entice him with her poopy butt. Oh my goodness. Farty butt. All is not lost. No, Chantal does have a butt, so...
After this, you'll never hear another peep about it, so keep trying to milk it for all the clout you want. Your claim to fame in life is some stupid screenshots.
This is a lot. This is a lot.
Somebody admitting they want it.
I'm just really glad that I have an incredibly... Like, I mean, I know I can have relatively mature conversations, but I love the fact that just the immaturity makes it so much softer. Because, like... It is very serious, obviously, and it's a very adult topic of conversation. But just Chantal's delusional approach to all of this really does just really confuse me. And I'm just glad that it ultimately makes me laugh. Because, like, if you don't laugh, what are you going to do? Be this serious.
I take a crap on you. Good for you. So, I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Okay, bye. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Ooh, yikes. She'd probably be getting to sleep now. Oh, no, she wouldn't, because did she put up a community tab post like 10 minutes ago? Chantal, go to bed. What time is it in Kuwait? I don't know, but I gotta go. All right, chat, I hope you've all had a fabulous time. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Have a great Sunday when you get there, or if you're there already. Please make sure you take a walk, wear your sunscreen, drink your water, hug a loved one, talk to your friends and family, and just, like, don't do that. For those of you on the rewatch, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. Chat, if you'd like to hit the like button on the way out, that'd be great. Have a great weekend, and that's it from me. I will see you all in the next video and or live stream.